Oh, shiznanuts. Good Friday afternoon. How are we, YouTube? Welcome to What's the 411 with Jay. I am your host, Jay, and welcome to my channel. This is my secondary channel, which we are utilizing in the time being here while we deal with YouTube's shortcomings. We are gathering today for a press conference on a missing little boy, and I'm going to let you guys watch some footage from the scene there where this little boy is missing from. It's not too far from where I live, maybe 10-15 minutes. And I was just over in this area. If you follow me on J is for Justice, you would have seen my community post with my dogs in the water. This is honestly at the same area that I was at. So it's really, really close to home and really scary, honestly. So the mother, what happened here was the mother of little Taylon Mosley was found deceased in St. Petersburg in their apartment. And no one knew until the next day. They hadn't heard from her, from the mother. And when they went over, they found a horrific, violent scene and no Taylon. Taylon was nowhere to be seen. And they could not tell if Taylon was hurt because they said it was a violent scene. So what you're looking at here is footage from Tampa 10, who was on the scene. They're processing around these apartments. And I believe that's where Taylon lived, was in those apartments there. And there's a huge body of water right behind those apartments. And then there is also like the causeway area. And we're going to take a look at a map. I didn't connect this last night, you guys, that I looked on flight radar and they were flying over near the Gandy Causeway. And I didn't put the two together because it wasn't in St. Pete. And I knew they were looking for him in St. Pete. Well, at least that's what I heard last night. So let's take a look at what's going on over here by Gandy right now. Oh, Jesus, I see the Air Force. Oh, because it's the base. Oh, geez, Jay. Go back to bed, would you? It doesn't look like right now we have any air traffic over there. But I know they have divers in the water. This is the Coast Guard. He might be heading back that way. You can see him now. Let me fix my screen. For those of you, while we wait for this to start, it's going to start in about 5 minutes or so. For those of you that are following, thank you, Shell, for using your... Look at, she's been a member here for 6 months. A lounger, no less. Thank you, Shell. Always supportive, Shell. And look, when you become a member... Hold on, let me move this. You get to see Potato's beautiful face in her tinfoil hat. Check it out. Look at the potato. The potato is not here with us today. She is busy. She is out and about in England, running those English British streets, getting in trouble. Just kidding. But yeah, she is. She's out having some fun this weekend. So we hope that we hope that Potato enjoys her weekend. Potato. That's how my mom always said potatoes. Get some potatoes or get some tomatoes. And no, we weren't Southern. It's just the way she said it. Hello, Allison. Welcome. Hey, Lisa. Hello, Just Mikes. Hope you're doing well today, son. But yeah, we're waiting for an update on Taylon Mosley. This is the body of water they're searching right now. And let me give you a little more information. Police launched a search in St. Pete on Thursday, which is yesterday, for a 2-year-old boy who was missing after his mother was found in a very violent homicide scene, according to St. Pete Police Chief Taylon Mosley. Could not be found after Pashoon Jeffrey, which is his mother, 20 years old, only a 20-year-old girl, was found dead in their apartment on Thursday afternoon. And this is per Chief Anthony Holloway of St. Pete. He said, "I can tell you it was a very violent homicide scene within the apartment, but we could not find the 2-year-old. So right now, that's our main concern, is to try to find Taylon." So her family was trying to get in touch with her. They saw her last on Wednesday. And when they couldn't reach her on Thursday, they asked an apartment manager to go and check. And the manager entered the apartment and found her dead in the apartment. Federal, state, and county officials are assisting in the search. Dogs were called in, and I know they did alert on a dumpster that was removed. And I know today, they also did a grid search with a drone. And I know that today they have divers in the water. But Taylon was last seen in the area of 11600 block of 4th Street North in St. Petersburg. So I guess he didn't live in these apartments. I don't know. Maybe his dad does. I'm not sure. He's not with the father. And last night the chief said, he's not with his dad. But then today they actually named the father as a person of interest in this case. So not looking good at all. But I am refreshing to make sure we don't miss a beat. And let's listen to this video really quick. And wait. Hold on. Do you guys have audio on your end? Can you guys hear this video? Hello, Jenny W. Hello, beautiful. It's because I had it turned all the way down. Sorry about that. I'm so sorry. We're going to ditch that music. Okay, here we go. Yeah, let's rewind it. It was turned all the way down. My apologies.
Have you seen this boy? St. Pete police are urgently searching for 2-year-old Taylon Mosley.
It's all hands on deck right now. We're calling our detectives in. Again, we have our county, state, and federal partners that are assisting because we want to find Taylon. That's our main goal right now.
The last time family saw Mosley was yesterday around 5 o'clock at the St. Pete apartment he and his mom, Pashoon Jeffrey, live in. According to police, neighbors heard a commotion last night around 9. Around 2:30 today, Mosley's family got worried after not hearing from his mom, so they asked the apartment complex to check on her. An apartment employee found her dead and Mosley gone.
I can tell you it's a very violent homicide scene within the apartment, but we cannot find the 2-year-old.
They had a helicopter up and are even going through the communal trash.
We have a dog coming in to try to find, and we're also going to put a drone up to do a grid search of the back area.
Neighbors were stunned at the news.
It's really sad about the missing kid. I didn't know it was in my neighborhood, and I was really shocked when I pulled up and saw it that was in my neighborhood. It's usually a very peaceful neighborhood.
With a nearly 24-hour time gap between the last time anyone saw Mosley and he being reported missing, police will follow up leads throughout the night.
Domestic violence is real, you guys. This is awful. Awful. Because I don't feel like it's going to have a good turnout for this little boy, and I hate saying that. I hate it. Here we go. We're live.
The baby loves her.
I'm going to start from the very beginning. We just started.
Somebody saw something, and Passion just Taylon
a beautiful
love to be with his family. We missing Taylon. We call him
Tay-Tay.
Aw.
Tay.
Tay Tay.
The glam. He answered the glam.
Yeah.
Justice for
He
Tay
answers to a
Tay.
lot of things.
Poor
He's,
baby.
very
He's
smart.
always
kid.
calling his mom on his cell phone.
Yep, always.
He misses his mom. They call each other all the time. She really loved Taylon.
This is
We don't know
heartbreaking.
about
Always
color.
was there for Taylon. She calls on breaks.
Yep. And
Early in the morning, they FaceTime me early in the morning.
yep. We're without words.
Hi, Carrie.
We love Passion very much, and we love
Very
Taylor.
much.
So we've lost Passion. So we
Sweet
ask you
baby.
guys to help us to find Taylor and to get him back, please.
Please help, please.
What was your daughter like?
Welcome back, Mike. Hope you're doing well.
She's very outspoken, always make you laugh,
Smile,
Smile.
beautiful smile all the
always
time.
joking,
Trying to rap.
Laughing.
always trying to rap,
Laughing.
sing.
Scaring you when you're not expecting it, always hiding behind doors.
Yes,
Aw.
I love to scare you all the time.
You know,
Ever since she
she's-
was like 3-4 years
Yeah,
old.
she was 20, but
Yes.
she's a loving kid and she loved that baby. That
Yeah,
baby
baby's
loves
so
her.
sweet. I can remember when Taylon was born. I was coming from Seminole, I working. He looked up at me like, I said, Taylon
Skipping.
Mosley. And he said, huh? Close his eyes. I said, okay. That means Glam need to go sit down now.
Yeah, and if he
Well,
calls
please,
for his
y'all,
auntie,
please.
that's me. Okay.
Yes. T and TT.
Is there a message you would send to Taylon's father? He's been named a person of interest. Is there anything you would say to him or what?
There's
Please.
nothing we have to say. Yeah.
Your daughter was making a life for herself, and so what she was doing, how she was making her way and making her way and making a life for herself.
Well, she had just moved. She was working at CVS. She had just moved out here. This was her first month that she lived here. And very happy to have a better place than what she had before. And for a 20-year-old, she was doing well. She wanted more out of life. And, we're without words.
Now, are you guys originally from the St. Petersburg area, or where was she?
She's from St. Pete.
Yes.
St.
Originally from St. Pete.
Just-
What have you guys been doing last night, today? I know the answer is you're obviously looking for Taylon, but how are you doing that? Who are you contacting? What steps?
Is it loud enough, you guys, or could I turn it up for you?
Uncover anything.
We're just making sure that everybody is aware of the Amber Alerts, that it's showing up, passing it on Facebook, and in any other social media outlet, make sure that everybody sees it. And so it's very difficult because we're in a really grieving pattern
They haven't
right now.
introduced
'Cause
themselves.
We don't know where Taylon is, and we lost Passion. So we're depending on the St. Pete Police Department and all of you media to help us to find Taylor.
I'm sure you're all prayed up right now.
Oh yes, and we are. We have prayed and prayed, and we've asked everybody else to pray.
So sorry for your loss, and we're really hoping for Tay a safe return.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If anyone out there is watching this and knows where Taylon is, just what message do you give to that person?
Please bring Taylon home.
He needs his family.
Home safely. He need his family.
Because he's
he
missing
need
his mother.
family. He's missing his mother.
So he needs to be around people who love and care about him.
He's missing
and
his
can hold
grandmother.
him.
His great. His great.
When you see that Amber Alert out and his face being shared by people who might not even know him, what is that like for you to see that picture being shared everywhere?
Well, it's very difficult to see it, continually see it, but we have to see it just like the Amber Alert ran across the cable system all night long, so a lot of people, it's difficult because we don't know where he is, and we want to know where he is, and we're glad that they're doing it, so that we can have a possibility of getting him and getting him back. So
Look at the
Perhaps
clown.
you can give us a bit of an update here too. Do you have any idea what happened here at all?
we don't know.
Okay, we're going to do everything in our power.
Thank you.
Please help
I
us.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Provide a timeline.
Okay. As you saw from her, it's very emotional. I'm going to give you the timeline again about what happened yesterday.
This is the chief.
Then open it for any questions if you wish. And again, our two most important things right now is number one, to find Taylon and bring him home, and number two, to find out who killed Miss Jeffries. That's our main goal right now. This is all hands on deck. Every detective is working this case. I just briefed the mayor prior to coming here. I want to thank our partners that are out there. Number one, the St. Pete Police, the St. Pete Fire Department, the Clearwater Fire Department dive team. They're here. The Sheriff's Office, Pinellas County, for bringing their aviation unit out here. Manatee for bringing out the K-9. Our partners at FDLE, Florida Department of Law Enforcement, and the FBI. So as you can see, everyone here is working on this case. So again, I'm going to go over the timeline that with you yesterday and more information that's come before us. So yesterday, as I said, the last time the family was seen around 5:20 on Wednesday afternoon with the family members, as you saw grandmother right here talking to them. Around 8:30 Wednesday night, someone said they heard a noise. They heard some type of noise that was out there. Around 9 o'clock, the father arrives at his mother's home, his hands are cut and his arms are cut. From there, he goes to the hospital, and he admits himself into the hospital. The father is a person of interest, but nothing in our investigation, I want to repeat that, nothing in our investigation leads us to believe that he is a victim. We tried speaking to him, and he's not talking to us at this time. So we're going to continue doing our investigation. The main thing that I want people out there to know is tomorrow morning, if there's any volunteers that want to come out, we're going to do a search at 8 o'clock in the morning. So if you just want to come to the location, we'll also put it up on our Facebook page on where you need to come so you can help us look for Taylon. And we're going to continue to do the search throughout our city. This is an ongoing investigation. As we get more information, I'll be more than happy to share it with you. And again, our goal right now is to find Taylon. So with that, I'll open it for questions.
Can you tell us anything about any other areas you're searching besides that lake?
Yes, we are looking at another location. We'll get that to you later on this afternoon. But we're going to start here because as you see the crime scene is here. We're going to search this area, search the complex south of us. And then as we get more information, we'll ask these volunteers to join us in those areas also.
So run us back through the father. What time did you say he arrived? You said at his mother's house with his hands cut, or where exactly?
So around 9:15, he's at his mother's house. His hands are cut and his arms are cut, and then he admits himself into the hospital.
Have you been able to determine what cut his hands and his arms?
No, we have not.
And I guess following up on that, do we have a sense of kind of how Passion was killed, and if so, has a murder weapon been recovered if such exists?
That's still part of our investigation.
Did the father live here at this apartment complex with her?
That I don't know.
Chief, you notice that they're looking in the lake, there is the back, the park. Did you guys have any tips that leaded to that lake? Why are they looking in that lake?
We're going to search this whole area, so that lake's part of this complex. So we're going to probably do like a mile radius search of that, and the lake's the first place we want to look. Just maybe he walked away or something like that, but we want to make sure that we check everything in this area. We follow up on every lead that we can follow up, and that's another thing. If anybody has any information, you just heard from the grandparents and the uncles and the family members, please contact us. Let's bring the baby home. Let's get him home.
Are you going to be searching all the bodies of water that are around this complex, or there are several of them?
We are. The dive team's out there. Also, we're using drones, so the drones can do like a grid search, so we can cover more area, because again, the helicopter's pretty high, but the drone can get pretty low and do a grid search.
Chief, can you give us any geographical reference as to where the mother lives in relation to this complex?
Yeah, right behind me, as you saw, you're talking the victim, the deceased.
No, the other, the father, mom, where he went.
I'm not going to give you that information at this time.
Now, how did you guys realize that the father had these cuts on his hands? Was that after a detective went to go interview him, or did someone else, of his family?
Through our investigative lead and some of the family members were able to find that out.
Have there been any previous calls to service here, any considerations?
Not one. This is, and we didn't get a call that night when somebody heard some noise. No one called us that night. The only time we came here is after the mother of the deceased. She called because, as she told you earlier, she FaceTimes her every day. So she didn't hear anything from her. She called the property manager here. The property manager goes to the deceased's home, and she finds a very violent crime scene. I want to make sure, a very violent crime scene, and that's when we start looking for the child. We didn't know there was a child until later on.
Was the door open? The property manager could go in, or how when they walked in?
They had to. I'm assuming they had to unlock the door.
Is the father the only person of interest that you guys are looking at right now?
We're looking at everyone, but right now that we're looking, like I said, the father's a person of interest, but we're going to see what the investigation leads us and the evidence. We want to talk to the father. Again, we want to know where Taylon is, and we want the father, if he knows where Taylon is, to tell us, and that's what we want. We want Taylon.
Was he released from the hospital that night when he went, for those cuts? Was he released?
The father's
still in the
hands.
hospital.
He's still in the hospital.
Chief, does the father have any criminal history of violence?
To my knowledge, no.
On top of looking in the bonds and whatnot, the dumpster here was also taken last night. Was there just like precautionary reason for the dumpster? Why was the dumpster?
We're going to check everything. We couldn't look inside the dumpster last night, so we wanted to make sure we could take the dumpster to a location where we could search it very thoroughly.
Right now, the father's not speaking, though, is that right?
The father is not talking to us.
Can you say what hospital he's at?
No, I did not.
Chief, what time in the morning did the mom call on Thursday when she missed that FaceTime call?
She didn't call us. She called a property manager, so I have to get you that timeline. I'm sorry. So the grandmother didn't call the property manager until 2:30 p.m.
Okay, and that's when.
That's when they made entry into the home.
We have a lot of Ring cameras everywhere. I'm assuming you've mentioned surveillance video tracking. I don't know if there's some at the gate, but have your detectives going door to door found any sort of video evidence that's helping you?
They're still out there now, and if people that do have Ring cameras, if you see anything on there, please share that with us. We're looking at everything that we can find. We've got some pictures already where someone saw the blood trail early Thursday morning. So we're going to try to, that's what we're trying to piece together this timeline. So we know there's a blood trail early Thursday morning.
How does that blood trail?
As you saw outside, there was a blood trail right where the car was.
How important is every minute?
Yes, so we'll be testing everything. Is it his blood? Is it her blood? Is it Taylon's blood? Those are all the things that we've got to look at.
How important is every minute when it comes to finding, 2-year-old baby boys still
It's very important. We're coming up on 24 hours. 24 hours Taylon has been missing. That's why I'm glad that you're here, and I'm glad that people out there listening. We want to find this baby. That's our goal right now. Where is this baby? If someone has this baby, call us. Let us take this baby. Let us bring this baby back to his family. He's already lost his mom.
Hopefully he gave the baby to like a girlfriend or something stupid.
Do you expect to expand the search for this child?
We don't know right now. Again, like I said, we may do a mile radius. So right now we're just trying to figure out where we're going to start from. Okay?
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief, for all your hard work. Wow. Okay, so this doesn't sound good. Sounds like Dad is in the hospital and he's got cuts all over him. And the chief could not stress enough that it was a very, very violent scene. All right. Let's take a look here and see if we can see any air traffic in this search. And I also, hold on, I just looked up, I think this might be, I don't know if that's him. I don't want to show any Facebooks until I know. I think I found him on Facebook, but I don't want to say so. Hold on, I'm just looking. Weird. I don't know if this is him. This is a James Mosley from St. Pete, but I don't know if this is him. I'll show you guys really fast. I don't know if this is the right guy, though. So, this is who I found. And then there's like a father with the same name, like an older man. And he lives in Largo. So that's right by St. Pete. So I'm assuming this is him, but I can't say for definite. This is the apartments, Lincoln Shore Apartments. is where this all happened. And let me make sure you guys can see this. And I went to their Facebook page, but I don't see anything about where they're searching. I don't see that in the latest post. So maybe they're going to still put that up. But they said that they need searchers to go and comb through these two complexes right here. So let me zoom out and I'll show you a little bit. There's water everywhere and it's just like so scary. So if you see, that's where the apartments are. Very nice apartments, by the way. So I'm sure nothing like this ever happens around here, but we have condominiums right there. As well. But what really scares me is how close it is to the bay. So let me go out a little bit more. So the pictures you saw of me, I was here. I was at this area. I was on this causeway. And as you can see, it's right there. Like I was right there. But yeah, Dad won't talk to the police, which huge red flag there, you know. When his son's missing and his ex or his baby's mother or whatever she is to him has been found deceased and he's all cut up. This doesn't sound good. The only thing I think at this point we can hope and pray is that he doesn't hurt little Taylon. And can't have thumbs. I'm not sure about the timeline with that. I'm unclear on that. But we do have a press conference that we can watch from yesterday. And I don't see any air traffic, so I'm thinking they're using like drones and stuff. But let's go here. And this might give us a little more of the early on information. Although this might just be some aerial shots. This is, oh shit, you guys. Okay, this is yesterday. Let's watch this a minute. There's no audio. But this shows us a better view than the Google. Check our chat. Thank ya. What does this show me though? I've been on this site before. Yo, what up, CEO? Go find him, J-Bay. I might. This is our Pinellas County site that tells us the 911 calls in the area. I don't know. Is this the special event? It must be. All right. So this right here. See, so that's where I was on Gandy. On the causeway there. But you can see that little dot. And when we see those dots, we can click on them. Oh, no, that's a fire. It's not anything. Special event. That must be for a game or something. Shell, what am I supposed to be seeing on here? Because I don't think this is 911 calls. I don't think that's going to be on here. I don't know what you're seeing on there. Let me know. It's what just Mike put in Discord. Oh, special event is at the university. CEO's dad is a person of interest. Well, how bad were the cuts that the dad went to the hospital? That's kind of risky. I mean, he must have been injured pretty bad for him to go to the hospital, I would think. But let's go back to that video we were watching of them searching. And you can see they're searching the water. And look how murky and muddy that water is. There's another site, Pinellas County active, no, not active calls, but this active call detail. There's this site as well. Yesterday was opening day. Look at, there's a lot of special detail. At the school, the canine school. But yeah, they are very transparent here. We can see pretty much everything that's going on. When it's going on, it happens. I just wonder why they're starting with the pond there, because my thought process is this. Unless they found something near the pond or, have reason to believe, maybe they have reason to believe that he did put something in that pond, or maybe they found something in the pond. Regardless, I feel like if they didn't, and they're just starting from the inside and working their way out, that I don't think this guy would have, imagine this attack and then he runs out with the 2-year-old and then just throws him in the lake, unless he hurt him in the house. He must have thrown something in that dumpster. Yeah. Why? I mean, I don't hurt anybody, of course. But these children, how can you hurt your own flesh and blood? They're covering the complex first, Mandy. And then he said in a couple hours, they're going to release more search areas. Okay, bye. Yes, Shell, you're the one that told me that. They did say the dog, that's what you told me last night, that the dumpster was hit on by a canine and that they did remove that so they could take it somewhere. And he did say that as well, so that they could view it. It was dark out, so. And again, this is in the apartment complex here. I'll zoom down in for you. I mean, this is just such a beautiful area. This is where I was. I'll show you guys. I mean, I live in such a beautiful place, but so many bad things happen. But this is the causeway. And then right here are the apartments, Lincoln Shores. And this is all mangroves right here. Like swamp, I guess you could say. But this is the apartments they're in right now. Doesn't look like I guess I can put my little guy right here. Oh, man. It just seems like if he put a body in there, they would have found him by now. It's not, I thought it was a bigger body of water. But see, there's the other condos that they want to search. They're doing both of those. Yes, that's where I took the dogs. That's where the dogs were swimming. It's right up the street from this. What's a mangrove? How did I know someone was going to ask me that? I thought of that as I said it. It's I don't know how to describe it. They're like plants that are in like partial water, and like, you know how like you see on the shoreline there's like plants and trees and like tropical plants and stuff like growing in there, and they just continue growing in there. I believe that's considered like a mangrove. I might be wrong, but you can like see the roots and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been gone. Yes, they didn't know because they saw them on Wednesday. So the family saw, I'm sorry, I can't remember her name, Passion, and oh my gosh, Taylon, sorry. Because they couldn't get a hold of her on Thursday. So they saw her Wednesday and then they couldn't get a hold of her on Thursday. And that was when they alerted police. Or no, I'm sorry. They called the apartment manager. And the apartment manager actually went inside and he found the grisly scene. So whatever it is that you pray to, or, you know, wish good vibes upon people, I would definitely wish some damn positive vibes on that person, because you get a call from a family member and you're an apartment manager and they're like, hey, we haven't heard from our daughter. You know, can you just go to the apartment? And you key in and you heard the cop, the chief. He said it was a very, very, very violent scene. So they had to walk in on that probably by themselves, which is absolutely horrific. Makes me sick. Because I can't imagine what they saw, and what they saw, they will never, ever unsee, you guys. Never unsee it. So I was kind of hoping for a little more information, but it sounds like they are busy searching, honestly. And he could have really only put it in, if you look before they zoom, it's fenced in on both sides of that pond. Check this out. See the fence line on this side? So if he ran from the apartment and threw something in, there's only like so many places he could have gone. What are you guys thinking about this? Hi, Red Stags. Red Stags, I haven't seen you in forever. We are talking about, if you're just joining, we're talking about a missing 2-year-old out of Pinellas County, Florida. The little boy's name is, oh my gosh, Taylon Mosley. And his 24-year-old mother, Passion Jeffrey, was found dead in her apartment at the Lincoln Shore Apartments that we're looking at now. And this is in St. Petersburg, Florida. What did that say? Did you see the name on that? Save for Blood? The fuck? That's a weird name. Save for Blood. And I'm going to go mark myself at all these places. Weirdos. Why are people so effing weird? Like, why does that have to be their name? And here we are, you know, talking about a possible stabbing or something gruesome. So I don't know where they're going to expand out. I'll be curious to know, because, guys, like, gators galore in here. Which makes me even sicker. Because all this is just marshy or however you want to call it. It's possible. Shell says, I'm going to say it's possible. Could be the dad and the son saw what happened, and then who knows what he did with him. Yeah, the son could have, but like the son is only 2. So like as far as, saying what he saw, it doesn't sound like he could really do that too much. But let's check out and see where their new search area is going to be. Like I said, they live in very nice apartment built. That's a very nice apartment. I'm thinking they found something in there. What do you think? Hold on. What do you guys think? They got the ladder, and I think they're continuing this today. This is actually yesterday. No, I'm sorry. This is today. My bad. This is 4 hours ago. This is what the search effort looks like today. Yeah, exactly, Daisy. Nothing good. Right, Mandy? I know. What do you mean, 343? 2 boys? What are you talking about? Where is their 2 boys? Explain yourself. Yeah, but 2 years old? I don't know. I don't know about that. Maybe. I mean, they do have ways to get, things out, but I mean, I don't think they need to. I don't know if they could go off that, though. Like, I don't know if that would be something they could use. The weather is hot. It's hot in the F. Yeah, I mean, what are you talking about? Conspiracy? Oh, the little boy that got lost? No, just kids wander. It's nice out here. You have to remember. It's very, very nice here. Oh, bot, I know. It's very nice, and we have our doors and windows open, and a lot of people have sliding glass doors, and if they have the screen open, it's very easy for kids to get out. Because now is our time to have the windows open. In the summer, we're all shut up like you guys are up north in the winter. So it doesn't really surprise me that kids get out and are lost. But I hope that you're right. I hope that he is alive, and I hope that they do find him alive. Because I never want to be like a Debbie Downer, but sometimes, when you hear those kind of details, like the dad had cuts all over him. I mean, obviously there was a horrific stabbing. No, it's probably not all that deep. I mean, it looks like the diver's standing right there, but I don't know what it does in the middle. There's no telling. You can have like a full out drop off. Is that music too loud, and is it annoying? Because if it is, I'll turn it off. Hey, British Scorpion. I just think it's more likely that these kids are walking out because of the nice weather, the ease of getting in and out of the house, and not so much a conspiracy. Y'all can't hear it. I just have it on really faint. If you have headphones, you probably can hear it. He's actually in a targeted area, it looks like. They must see something in there, but God knows what could be in these ponds. I mean, especially a pond in the middle of an apartment complex. There's no telling what kind of rubbish is in there. I don't know about that. Cat had thumbs. Could they possibly get an arrest warrant in view of the injuries on the dad? Probably. Targeted and isolated. No report, Mandy Joe. Awesome. Thanks, Thanks, Daisy. You could watch this all day. No, it's okay. I just didn't want the music to overpower because I know that's obnoxious. But I do like some, to break the monotony of the silence sometimes. Yeah, there's definitely gators in that water. I think anywhere in Florida, if there's a body of water, you can assume that there is a gator in there, and you should assume so. If you guys watched the live the other day, we saw them trap a 9.5-foot gator from the east coast of Florida. They're looking for something in particular. They saw something down there. And as I watch these divers and I watch these professionals, I say, who the fuck needs Jared? Jared.
Fucking fuzzy slippers and lip gloss.
That's about it with that dude. So we just watched a press update with the chief, and he said that they are continuing the search, and they're looking for volunteers to search for little Taylon tomorrow. They're going to clear these apartment complexes first, these condo complexes, and then he said they're going to have a new search area they are going to announce on Facebook. So let me see if they've done that yet. I know he's twirling in there and shit. Oh, we've got a reward. Okay, here is the latest 20 minutes ago. Reward offered for information on homicide and missing toddler. St. Petersburg detectives are seeking the public's help for information about the homicide investigation of 20-year-old Passion Jeffrey and whereabouts of her missing 2-year-old son, Taylon Mosley. About 2:30 p.m. on Thursday. Hold on. All of a sudden we got sound. Hot mics. Hear the helicopter overhead too? The helicopter's searching those mangroves, I bet you. Okay, let's continue. And her missing 2-year-old son, Taylon Mosley. At about 2:30 on Thursday, March 30th, police discovered Jeffrey's body in her apartment at Lincoln Shore Apartments, 11601 4th Street North. Her 2-year-old son, Taylon, was missing from the apartment, and he could be in danger. Anyone with information about this investigation who wishes to remain anonymous is eligible for a reward of up to $5,000. Please contact Crime Stoppers at 1-800-873-TIPS or crimestoppersofpinellas.org. There's nothing about searching yet, though. The officer in charge, or the officer to reach out to if you have any questions, is Yolanda Fernandez of the St. Petersburg Police Department. Gosh. So hopefully they find him. No, the landlord actually had to use the key, I think, because they had to key in. So, but who knows, like, they may have doors that, lock behind them. after they shut. So who knows? He did use, or she did use a key. Mandy. Yeah, I know, right, Meow. It's, look at all that mud. I mean, they just step in there and like the mud clouds just come up. It's not fun. Key code locks. Yeah, could be that too. Hello, Outdoorsy. And hello, everyone that has joined today. NC Rain wants to know, is there a history of domestic violence? Not that we know of. Not that we know of. I'm actually going to see something. Oh, God. I don't want to jump the gun here. But remember we looked at the James Mosley? There was like a dad. There was like an older man, and then there was like a younger guy in his 30s. But I just put their name into the Pinellas County Circuit Court search, and there's a lot of things. There's evictions, public urination, speeding, passenger, no seatbelts, possession of marijuana, false verification of ownership of something, battery. Oh, well, there's a Charles Wesley Mosley, James Wesley. I'm looking at their date of birth. She was only 20, so hopefully he's not born in the 60s. I'm thinking this. Child support. Let's see. There's quite a few Mosleys. I didn't think there'd be that many. Charles Wesley. He was born in 62. That's not him. James Wesley, 1960. I don't think that's him. A paternity for someone born in 1979. No, it's not her. It's not him. Never mind. So I don't know. I don't know if there's a history, but you know, does she have Facebook? Haven't looked. I have not looked yet, but that is a very good question. Let me see if I can find one here. It's Pashun, right? Passion. Jeffrey. Yeah, it looks like she does have a Facebook. If this is her, it only has 2 friends, and it hasn't been updated since 2013. So I don't know. And there's one with no profile picture and nothing on it. And that is it. She's got 2 friends on the old one, and neither one of them is a guy. Struck out there. Yeah, there's no Facebook on her, so maybe she has other social media. She might have like Instagram or something. I mean, she's 20. She probably has TikTok. if this is James, the one that I found, he last posted on March 25th. But he wasn't in Florida, so who knows? But that is the latest. We will keep our eyes on this case, you guys. It's really sad. Let's just hope and pray that that little boy is not hurt in any way. That, you know what I'm hoping for? I'm hoping that possibly the dad gave him to maybe a girlfriend or a friend or something, you know. Yeah, she's got social media somewhere, probably TikTok or Instagram. Facebook, for a 20-year-old, Facebook is for old people, and that's how it's viewed. So I'm hoping that he did give him to a girlfriend or a friend, and he just said, you know, just keep him until I tell you, you know, or until you hear from me. Or hopefully he confided in a family member and they can get it out of a family member. We will see. Frozen, shocked phase, no report. Right. So NC Rain, I don't know. And we won't know any of that because of HIPAA, right? So that is the end of this video. I'm going to close this out. Thank you guys for joining. And let's all send good vibes and good thoughts and prayers and whatever it is that you choose to bless people with. And let's hope that this little boy, it's a happy ending and that they can put that little boy in her family's arms and it will help them. It will help them heal from the loss of her. So that's my wish. And on that note, I hope you guys have a great Friday. I hope your afternoon has gone well so far. And I hope you have a great night tonight. Sunday night, we are going to put on our tinfoil hats and we're going to talk about what's going on in Moscow with this paperwork that was filed with this officer. And word on the YouTube streets is that it's Mr. Shane Gunderson is the one that they're talking about. And he is the one that was first on the scene at 1122 King Road. And we're going to talk about that. And I'm going to take your calls. So everybody get your gumption about you. And let's do a call-in show Sunday evening. And I will see you guys on the flip side. Stay safe and have a great Friday. The event will take you right to it after here. If you dance it out, you'll end up right at the Sunday live. I'll see you guys soon. Dance it out.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a
Mary
damn.
P, you rock.
You talk way too much. I have heard enough.
You rock, Mary P.
Roberta. Wake up.
I flashed and said, wow.
God almighty.
You're making plans to get to France, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time, I ain't got time, I ain't got time for that. Staying up late, sleeping all day, dreaming about Cadillacs. Buying new shoes, hanging by the pool, sipping on Coke and Jack. Calling my phone when you feel alone, but I'll never call you back. 'Cause I ain't got time, I ain't got time.
Roly-poly, daddy's little Betty. Betty's gonna be a man someday.